Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm Deb Uren, treasurer of our Oxford Chamber of Commerce, here with my buddy.
I'm Terry Stiles, and I'm the manager at Oxford Community Television, but I'm also back on the chamber board.
Yes.
I can't say no.
Yes, well, we are so glad that you're back.
Oh, good.
It's good.
Thank you.
It's good to have you, Terry. It
Yeah,
truly,
it's good
truly
to be
is.
back. It really is. I really missed it. I was just a little overwhelmed. I guess it was in the fall when I took myself off that board, but we're smoothed out now. We're doing well.
You've got everything under control here. So
Okay.
now you feel a little bit more comfortable
Yes.
being on the board. But then again, we've been gone for a while.
Yeah,
And
well.
so it's good to be back here. I had taken a fall back in the end of October last year, and in such that I tore my rotator cuff and broke my elbow. And here we are, we're into March of 2023, and I'm still in my physical therapy doing a phenomenal job. I can't say enough for our Health Quest here in Oxford.
right.
Dan Gar's got such a fantastic group of
Right.
people there.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I'm part of the team. And some of them, they joke around about it when somebody new comes in. Oh, just ask Debbie any question you want. Debbie's been here long enough. But, I had to go through physical therapy after I had my first surgery, which was my elbow, repairing my elbow. Had completely cracked that so that I had a plate put in and 6 screws.
Wow.
So had to go through the therapy of that so that then the doctor would be able to do my rotator cuff, which was completely torn. So that was my Christmas present. On December 21st, I had that done.
Oh, my goodness.
So it was not the best of holiday seasons, but the surgery went well. And like I say, I'm to a point now that we're just into that strengthening part of it. So surgically, everything is all healed and such.
Great.
So I just have probably another 6 weeks or so left in strengthening that up.
I have to agree with you on the Health Quest thing. They're so involved in the community to begin with, but I think they make their patients, if that's what they call them, part of the healing process, really. My sister has had a really rough time. She broke her foot twice in a matter of 6 months, and she's right now going through the Health Quest therapy thing, and she loves them. And they really have made her part of the program, part of the treatment program. They make you take responsibility, and then you're part of that team, like you said.
Exactly.
It's amazing what they do for people. It's crazy. She's only been in the therapy part of it just maybe 3 weeks or so, and she's doing so much better than she had been.
Oh my!
She's walking well, and they're wonderful. They've done so much for us.
They handle so many different varieties of injuries. Or ailments, and and there's just so much going on, that you do. I can hear people; they'll just say, "Hey, Deb, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Hey, I'm busy doing something," and I have to stop for a second just to see who's saying hello. But
better than going to the grocery store. Because you have to do that too, and you run into people, and it's just the same. That's the great thing about being in this small town.
Yes,
is that you get to know everybody.
And I certainly don't have the opportunity like you do with knowing as many people, but it's still being in a small town environment really is. It's so nice. It's heartwarming.
You're not going into a place and not knowing the people that you're working with. We all know Dan and his crew.
Oh my gosh,
like I
yes.
said, they're very involved in a lot of things, including our chamber, which is really nice.
Well, and the schools.
Yeah.
Dan is with the athletics and that. I mean, he is very, very involved with the schools, and he's got his award every month that goes out, and they're always featuring an athlete. Male, female, doesn't
So
matter
cool.
the sport. There's always something, and that says a lot
Yep.
for our community too.
They're
so.
invested into us as much as we are into them.
Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So speaking of schools, let's get started into what's going on right now between the Chamber and Genesis Credit Union. We partnered up with them now a couple of years with doing scholarships for our graduating seniors, and so the last few weeks at least we've been going through accepting applications for these $1,000 grants, or not grants, I'm sorry, scholarships for these students. So the deadline on that, and we are getting close to it now, is April 14th. So you parents out there, you've got a graduating senior, please, let them be aware if they're not. They should be, because it's been in the school system now for quite some time. But, it behooves you to have them do the questionnaire, because it doesn't matter if you're going to a community college, a university, technical school, it does not matter. We want to be able to have this opportunity for every high school senior to receive this $1,000. And there's so many awards that do take place for the seniors that, we're just adding to it.
What I like about this, because there are so many awards that actually exclude those.
Yes.
The community schools, colleges,
technical schools.
and the tech. And the GPA on this is 2.5.
Yes.
Which I think is fantastic. It's including a whole group of kids who may struggle through school for whatever reason. It's not just one or two kids that have that kind of a GPA.
Exactly.
So they're including a whole group of kids that may not have had hope to be able to get help to go to a technical school or a community college.
Exactly.
Or even if they need a computer.
And really, these scores, really, it all has to do with the tests that you're taking. And I know there are some people that, oh my gosh, I freeze. I can't take a test.
I'm one of those too.
And I had certain topics that I kind of felt that way. No matter how much I studied and how much I thought I knew it, boy, there came that piece of paper like, oh my gosh, where did these questions?
Words?
Yeah, right. But the thing
is
is that yes, I'm glad you brought that up about our grade point, because it has to do truly with what it is that you want to do with your future, and our kids are our future. It's always been that way, and it's always going to be that way.
And also, and I had this conversation, we had a mixer last night with the chamber, and there was a young man from NES, and he's fairly new, I think, at NES, and he was telling us that he went to a trade school, that he tried college and didn't like it. He was fascinated with one particular topic, but not the rest of them.
Okay.
And so he went to a trade school. So we started talking, and there's a push right now for tradespeople.
Exactly.
So many kids just automatically go to college. They get out of college and they have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And they don't have that trade training. This kid is so grateful that he got welding training and HVAC training, and now he's got a career.
Exactly.
He's got something to fall back on. He said, if I do want to go into chemistry and be a chemical engineer, at least I have this to fall back on.
Exactly.
And so it made sense. We need trade school people.
Really, because it's our generation and such that, we're getting to a point now that we're retiring.
Yeah.
So we need to be able to bring these skills because we always are going to be needing heating and cooling. We're always going to be needing plumbing. So yes, we need our trade schools. So we're going to end at that, but we need to take just a quick break, so don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Daybreak. Terry and I were just talking about the scholarship awards and talking to a fellow from NES Plumbing yesterday at our mixer. So let's just kind of talk about what's coming up, because our mixers, we have that always on Tuesdays. It's usually the last Tuesday of the month. And we always go to one of our restaurants here, one of our chamber member restaurants here in town. And last night, there we were over at the Oxford Tap. And,
oh my goodness!
You know, normally I come to our mixers. They're from 4 to 6, so I mean you can come at any time, and there's always a lot of people there.
Yeah.
But I'm normally there at the beginning, right at 4. And something was going on yesterday, so I didn't make it till about 10 to 5. And I walk in the back door like always, and you know, I come in and I'm like, holy cow.
Wow.
I mean, there was so many people there. And I got to see Amy first, and she says, well, now, Terry and my daughter are all the way down in the front, so I kind of wiggled my way through there. But our mixers, I'll tell you, is such a great way. And look, you met somebody, because Aaron, who is from NES Plumbing, he's actually on our board. So you met one of their employees.
Yeah.
And that too makes this young gentleman, you know, he feels welcome. He knows that the business that he's working for is part of our Chamber of Commerce.
He was having a conversation with another business owner who went, oh gosh, I have rentals, and I had to pay $365 to have an HVAC company come out and change the filter. And the kid's like, next time. So now that
connection.
Yeah. That was amazing. So next time he has any problems, and he's got several rentals, he's going to call NES.
Sure.
Because that kid was so willing to talk to him, and it was just a good connection. I mean, gosh, it was hard to hear because everybody was so engaged in conversation. It was really fun. Not to mention the food was really good.
Oh, well,
it's always good at the Tap.
Really, and boy, you can't say enough about our restaurants here in town.
I know.
We always, I mean, you know, you never know what we're going to have.
Right.
And it's always a treat.
It's always good.
So
the mixers are fun.
The mixers are fun. And so we also have our Coffee Connects. Those are always the first Tuesday of every month. And those run from 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning. And so myself, now I don't always make it to these Coffee Connects because I don't have to get up early in the morning and go to work.
Right.
So I kind of made it such that I don't make it to the Coffee Connects, but I know the mixers I love. I love. And so I definitely make a point of attending our mixers on those Tuesdays. But we're going to be having I think it's going to be, let me double check here. Oakland Corners Realty on North Washington, they're going to have our next Coffee Connect, which is going to be on April 4th. Once again, 8 o'clock in the morning. And then our the Coffee Connect for May is going to be at Journey Lutheran Church. So we've already got those already booked and on the calendar and such. Then we also do, I'll tell you, we have more ways for businesses to connect.
Yeah.
We do our network at noon. And network at noon, of course, is from 12 until 1 o'clock. And we, once again, pick a restaurant. So the one that's coming up April 12th, that's a Wednesday, so April 12th, that one is going to be at one of our new businesses, Detroit Wing Company, 983 South Lapeer Road. So that one is April.
That'd be fun.
And then our one in May 10th, that one's going to be at McDonald's. So that'll be kind of nice for our networking at noon.
And the Wing Company also is having their ribbon cutting
At the same time, yes.
Yeah, that'll be fun because they put out a big spread when they do the ribbon cutting. So
Boy.
that'll be fun too.
Yes.
It's just so fun to go around to the restaurants. I have not eaten there yet. And last month we had that ribbon cutting at Moe's, and their food is delicious. So go to the ribbon cuttings too.
Yeah. And speaking of ribbon cuttings, like Terry said, there'll be the ribbon cutting on April 12th at the Detroit Wing Company. But then we're also going to have the day before that, on Tuesday, April 11th, there's going to be a ribbon cutting at the Oxford Bike Shop.
I didn't even know there was such a thing. That's really cool.
I know.
Very
and
cool.
that happens to be in the back parking lot. So it's behind, it's by Gravel Capital.
Oh, on the east side of 24.
Let me think. Nope, I think I said that wrong. It's in the same quadrant that Knapp's is. Knapp's.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's,
That'd be great.
but that's 18 North Washington, Suite B. So that one's going to be a 4 o'clock ribbon cutting, Tuesday, April 11th, Oxford Bike Shop.
Fun.
Fun.
We have such good variety.
Before that one, we're going to have a ribbon cutting on April 5th. We have a new business in town called Paramount Building Incorporated. Okay. Now, Paramount is also located in Romeo. And Paramount did our replacement of our roof.
Oh.
They did that in 2020, and it was through our insurance that we knew we needed a new roof. We built our home in 1994. And so we could see we had a couple of shingles through our, winter and windy and ice and all of that. And so at that time, Paramount wasn't in Oxford, of course, but we, knew that they were down in Romeo. So we gave them a call and came out. And the guy went up on the roof and he's checking and he's going, he says, I'm going to get in touch with your insurance company for you. And he says, because you actually have 8 different shingles that are missing, and I'm seeing some problems in the roof. And it's like, thank goodness we never did have any leaks.
Isn't that
There was nothing in that respect, but we just knew it was time. And sure enough, we had our whole roof replaced, and it was well over $20,000.
Ours was $50.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Wow.
And the insurance company did not cover it.
Well,
They had to. Ours, we did have leaks, and so that the roof layer, the roof itself, and then what divides, I forget what they call it, the deck. The deck had to be replaced as well, so everything had to go. Yeah.
Well, with that, we, not only did we have the roof taken care of, but then it was like, okay, we need all new gutters. So I want all new
nice.
gutters and
Wow.
downspouts. We have a pole barn. I said, I'd like to have that done as well. So, I mean, they were able to take care of all of us. And
Golly.
it was really a matter of, I think we were less than 2 weeks.
Oh, gosh.
That from the time he climbed on our roof until the time they were out there, our roof on both of our buildings were all, the roof on the pole barn did not need to be done, but we never had gutters on there, so now we have gutters.
Nice.
So remember that.
Yes.
Paramount. They're right on Main Street, and we are going to be having that ribbon cutting on Wednesday, April 5th
Wow.
at 3 o'clock.
Wow.
So great group of
Aren't we
guys.
lucky?
I'll tell you, the company, it's a great company. Met them also at our community breakfast.
Yeah.
But we have to take another quick break, so don't go away. We've got a lot more to talk to you about, okay?
Ew.
Welcome back to Daybreak. You know what's coming up in the end of April, from April 30th till May 6th. So this is a whole week. It's our National Small Business Week. Every year, this thing gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But come down and truly support your local businesses right here in town.
Wow.
You know, it's something you even see it advertised on regular national TV. You'll see it advertised here on OCTV because we are local, we support our local businesses. And this is something that it's with our chamber. We are very big into supporting our local businesses. And the government is really wanting us to support our local businesses. Not that, you know, you don't go to Meijer and all of that, but, you know, the thing is that this is a lot of family-owned businesses in town.
That live in our community.
Live in our community.
Or around our community.
Support our community.
So they're supporting our community as well. And the variety of businesses that we have now is, we're lucky. I mean, it seems like it's really unique. When you go into other smaller communities, and ours is still pretty small, you don't see the variety like what we have. And we've certainly become a restaurant destination, but if you're at those restaurants, it's amazing to sit there and watch people up and down the street carrying bags. They're shopping all over the community because there's so much variety, including even a dress shop and a pet store, pet care centers. It's amazing. And now a bicycle shop.
I know. You know, when he opened up, it was like, oh my gosh. It just took me back to my childhood. Back, you know, when the Schwinn bike store opened, and that was my first bike, was a Schwinn. And now, of course, we have these mountain bikes. And so many. And he's a young fella. I give him a lot of credit for taking on that huge responsibility of opening a shop like that, because you know that he's going to be doing repairs. And I mean, you always, you know, spring, summer, and early fall, you'll see so many bikes on the
How
trails.
smart is he? He's so close to the trail that people on the trail on their bike will come off and visit. I know they do to the shop that's downtown Lake Orion. They'll come right off that trail and go right to that shop.
Perfect.
And so that's going to happen here, which is really cool. And great Christmas gifts. My son is a bike person. He's a biker. He's not a motorcycle biker, but he's a bicycle. He actually goes down to a place in Ohio, and it's a 3-hour ride in the winter so that he can ride as much as he rides. And so I'm always looking for something for Christmas gift and birthday gifts in the bike world. Well, now I can go talk to that kid and say, okay, he's got
Yes.
one of these, but what about these and what about that? Because otherwise you're online. And I would much rather come shopping here.
Well, and
Small
I like to
business.
do things in person.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
Well, I always have questions that you just can't get answered
Right.
when you're shopping online. Or if you send in a question, you wait for
I'm still
hours
waiting
until
for
the
an answer on
Yeah,
one of my
right.
questions that I submitted a week and a half ago.
But small business, I mean, it's really important to acknowledge them during Small Business Week, but boy, you can't say enough about being able to shop at home.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly. So that's going on. Once again, those dates that week is April 30th to May 6th. So you're going to see a lot going on in town. The businesses even go out of their way to have special little
Yeah, right.
offerings. They have little gifts that they might be giving out. So
Yeah, coupons. Yeah.
definitely. So looking forward to that one.
Very cool.
Also, save the date. Our annual golf outing is going to be taking place. Once again, that will be on Father's Day weekend.
Yep.
That seems, we
Great
do
gift.
it, we have it on Friday of Father's Day weekend, and I'll tell you, there are a lot of father and son teams, father and daughter teams that come out, and it has just grown over the years, which is really quite nice. I can't say enough about it. So it's also, once again, another networking opportunity. So if you're not a golfer, you don't have to golf. But you could come and attend and just, have your lunch, have a
luncheon,
nice luncheon. And once again, that, like I say, that networking opportunity, good food. We're going to be out at Boulder Point
The day
once again.
is so fun. I'm not a golfer. I don't know anything about it, and I just so enjoy it. It's a fun
And
day.
everybody has a lot
a
of
great
fun.
time.
I mean, we joke. In fact, it was mentioned, I believe it was mentioned at the community breakfast, where our village manager, Joe Madure, and his group, they came in last, and guess what? There's always a prize for coming in last. But if you're out on the course and you see them play, you hear them play, they are having a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
You're not really taking it seriously. You're out there to have fun.
And nobody's a stranger.
Exactly.
I sat at one of the holes with Mike, Chief Sowald's wife, and we chatted with every single cart that went by.
Sure.
It was just a delightful day. And it was a couple, 2 or 3 hours that we sat out there.
Yeah.
Didn't matter because we had such a social thing going on. It was so fun. I encourage anyone to come and do it. And if you can't, we still need sponsors, right?
There is a lot of
Co-sponsors, yeah.
sponsorship availability. So all you have to do is just call the chamber office. Our current president of the chamber, Jeff Rowe, he is the chair for this. So even if you want to become involved on the golf committee, they had their very first meeting today.
Okay.
So and they did that as a Zoom meeting, and it does make it a lot better. So
Yeah.
I know that Amy was telling me that they had a quite a large
group.
side group.
Fabulous.
So that's good because, once again, we need volunteers. We need people that will help us at the holes. Whether you,
Such a fun project.
and it truly is, like Terry said, she and Shauna, they were just talking to everybody. I believe that you guys even went around on your cart.
We did.
Yeah.
We went visiting too.
Right, you're supposed to be at a hole, I guess, and there they are, flying by. But
Playing Christmas Carol, waving at everybody. Oh, we had a great time.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that's what we like to, we like to have a lot of fun when we're having
And
these
there's
events.
raffles.
Yeah.
There's a 50-50 raffle,
Yep.
and then a basket raffle, or
We
what is
had
that called?
different prices. There were
Right.
Chinese, we call it a Chinese auction.
right.
where you bought raffle tickets for certain baskets that
Yeah.
we had, one of which had different gift certificates to the restaurants.
Yeah.
We had a liquor basket.
Oh yeah, that was
that
and you
one
know
worked.
that one that there's little containers in front where people put their tickets. That one was filling up.
Yeah,
It was really
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Very fun. It's just a really fun event.
You can tell we can't wait,
We're
and neither
excited
one
about
of
it.
us are golfers.
No.
But it truly is just a fun event. So if you have that opportunity, and like I say, if you just want to come out for lunch, just check out on our chamber website, and you'll be able to purchase your tickets through there.
Yep.
And if you are a golfer, get a foursome together because you'll have a blast.
Yeah, you
you
sure
will have a blast. So I think we have to wrap it up now, Cherry.
We do. How did
do.
that happen? We do it every time. It
We
happens
do.
so quickly.
We
and it's
do.
good to be back.
It's good. It's great to be back. I'm really happy. I hope that you missed us so that now you'll be able to see us on a
We're
regular
back.
basis because we are back. And if you got any suggestions or things that you want to hear about, let us know, and we'll be happy to talk about them. If it's your business here at with the Chamber of Commerce and you have something you want to have us share, by all means, let us know, and we will. So with that being said, thank you for sharing your morning with us. Have a great day, great week, great month, and we'll see you again real soon.
Bye-bye.